CHICKEN. Use the code chicken in the shop. CHICKEN.
Guys, the chicken is here, bringing you another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we have captured OP Destroy. I think the poor guy slept like 2 or 3 hours because he stayed up all night playing Mega Crab. But we have him here today, and we're going to talk a little bit about Prototroops in Season 11. And we're going to go over basically everything that you need to know to start off your Season 11 with this handy-dandy graphic produced by yours truly, Mr. OP Destroy and Shishka Bobber. I think Shishka's asleep, so we couldn't grab him for today. But we're going to go over all this in just a second. But yeah, OP, what's your, I don't know, what's your initial thoughts on Season 11? What do you think of the Prototroops? What are you feeling?
Hey man, what's up? I'm doing well, and Season 11, I think, with the new Prototroops inbound, I love the idea. We have the Critter Cannon Mark II coming aboard. That just opens the door for possibly Lasertrons, maybe, or Rainmakers, or if Nunu's watching, maybe Super Mortars from Hammerman's HQ.
Yes,
but
Super Mortars.
But nonetheless, I love that they're opening the window. They're opening the door to new things. I mean, bringing the protectors on, right? Taking away, leaving the bombardiers at the nursing home, bringing their crazy icy uncles, the cryo bombardiers. Yeah, it's awesome. I'm really happy with that, and I'm also super stoked that there are no flying choppers anywhere.
Yeah, no heavy choppers. That's like almost the biggest thing.
Yeah, so that's huge. And other than that, I'm looking forward to it. I think the tech tree is beautiful. Good job, Nunu and team. And I am looking forward to Season 11.
Yeah, that's what's so cool about it, right? Because it's just like, you know, having the Prototroops is just so different and weird, and it's like we don't really know how it's gonna go. Like, I was saying in my sneak peek that, you know, I think the consensus is getting to warriors with protectors. That's probably going to be pretty good, if not for the whole season, like at least a minute. It'll be a pretty interesting choice to have. But yeah, let's shift towards what do you think specifically about some of these Prototroops that we're going to have?
Well, first off, the protector, yeah, she's cool like that. However, I mean, you're sacrificing boats, you know, for DPS, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you're using them, and I mean, it's going to be a mixed bag. I'm not 100% sure on how well she'll, you know, complement other troop combinations and offensive metas.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the fact that she's there, and I'm looking forward to seeing how other players utilize the protector. As far as the Critter Cannon Mark II,
I think it's going to be too slow, right? The Critter Cannon.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah. Again, that brings up another point that we're probably going to run into base race all season again, because you can see that the troop offensive stats outweigh the ice, the building health, building damage.
I mean, we'll see when it gets like later on in the season, but I think it's pretty safe to say for most of the season it's probably going to be a base race for most players.
Right, absolutely. So, I mean, with that said, yeah, critter cannons are going to be a little slower, but I mean, obviously add that value. If you throw one critter cannon in there with maybe some riflemen and cryo bombardiers and Kavan, you might get that beautiful critter distraction value on some shock launchers or single pointer or whatnot. So, I mean, you could still base race and flare stuff with them, but you're right. They're slower, and yeah, and they cost gunboat energy to deploy, so that's another thing. But other than that, that'll be interesting. I'm really anxious and excited.
What about the cryo bombers?
Yeah, those guys are great. It's like the bombardiers, nerfed. You know, like they still do decent damage, the cryo bombardiers, but they still aren't bombardiers per se, because
I mean, they're not.
They do differ in DPS at max level.
Like you're trading some damage for a slowing effect, right? Like that's basically all they are, and you know.
Right. Well, no, absolutely. They do pretty good damage. But what's also good about them is they have a cryo effect. So when they hit something, it throws it into a cryo effect, like a cryoneer would do, or you know, something like that. So,
which isn't that useful, because I mean, by the time the bombers are locked onto something, it's basically dead. Like.
Right, but I'm saying that if you're running like rifle cryo bombardier and Kavan,
then it could have some use for sure.
If you're slowing down a flamethrower, roasting your Johnsons, I mean, dude, like that's good, right? So
yeah,
they have their ups, they have their good. It's just the DPS they aren't your typical bombardier. So
Yeah. So, OP, we got this pretty cool graphic that you and Shish threw
oh, look at
together. I
that.
can't talk today. Guys, I'm gonna link this somewhere so you can actually see it, and it's not moving all around and like fits the screen stuff. I know it's a little hard to see right here, but you guys have broke down everything this season. We have every unlock, every cost, every you have totals for the chests, the wood, iron, and gold legendary. Like if you just stay in that league, how many resources you're going to get. And you also have your starting tokens and starting keys. So
Right.
let's look at the top graph at first, OP, and just say, like, if you finished, like, let's look at where the chicken finished. So season 11 starting keys. So I finished right at 23 on the dot. So that means I'm gonna have how many keys are we looking at here?
Well, it looks based off, these are separated by 10 stars, but it's all the same. So chicken, you're going to be getting oh gosh, if I can read it correctly, 23. So that's 209 keys, and you'll be at rank 13 starting next season. So that right there is all your keys.
So
you
I
get.
would start to cut you off. So I would start at rank 23-0, the same amount of keys as someone that starts at 23-60.
Right. It's all relevant to the because you back up. These are all in differences of 10, so you're gonna still get you're still gonna be in that realm of that rank. So you're gonna still get those chests backwards, as you collect them, and that's what it'll add up to. So that's what that is. So that basically that white number is the amount of keys you'll start with, and then the blue number on top of that is the rank you'll start at with keys. And that was done beautifully by Shish Kebabber. And then he also made the one to the right of that as well, that green graph, and that's your upgrade tokens that you'll get, and that's in the thousands. So yeah,
Very cool.
And
This is super helpful. So guys, I'm gonna link this somewhere, or I'll just send you the link to where OP has it on his Twitter or whatever. So you can kind of look at it and plan your season. It's gonna be too hard to go over like every scenario in depth right now,
Right.
but I'll definitely have a place for you guys to look at that somewhere. But yeah, that's really cool. So we'll bring it up one more time. OP, what do you think is going to be the path coming out of the gates here? Like I think, I think getting to Warriors is going to be important off the start, but just getting into that after that third engine, there's a lot of like really nice juicy upgrades.
Sure. And what's nice about it, Chicken, is right to the right of the landing crafts, we have shock bombs right like there. So everyone's going to have shock bombs. You got heavy Zuka. I could see heavy Zuka with the troop damage, building health. I mean, like that's juicy stuff up there. We know heavy Zuka is a strong meta.
Yeah, I was thinking heavy Zuka might be good like mid to late before we get
Right.
some of the other troops. Like I could see that with second wind being a thing, like pretty late
Right.
into the season. Because like
Right,
there's no flying units, right? So I mean, it's going to be
No.
like second wind is going to be pretty important.
Of course. And so it really decides what people decide to do. There's no going back. So it's interesting to see. I love this tech tree because it gives you the option to go heavy Zuka, and then you could also go down and just get to that 30R and move forward even more. Now I know you were talking about warriors being a thing. Yeah, they could be. However, you got mines, and we don't have barrage or any artillery yet at this point. So you can't really do much with the mines, and so it'll be kind of itchy and sketchy. But nonetheless,
I think they'll be a
could be a
good
good-
tool to have because it's going to be hard to build your base against like heavy rush and against warrior rush. You know what I mean? Like you're going to be putting
absolutely.
stuff. You're going to be putting stuff like in and around to hit Zukas, and you're going to be putting stuff. Sorry, I got this. I got this image still up here. I wasn't looking at it. And you're going to be, it's going to be two different spots. So I mean, I think having them is going to be good. They're cheap-ish, depending on the route that you want to take. But yeah, I think they're going to come in handy for sure in some bases. But we'll see. It's hard to say. It's hard to speak in absolutes without actually getting into the season because things can change as the metas kind of evolve and stuff.
Absolutely, and that's what makes this Warships, the PvP, tech tree, everything so beautiful, is because we just can't predict exactly how people are going to act and
Yeah, man, I'm excited for the season. I think it's I really think it's gonna be one of the best seasons. Like I'm always a little bit disappointed when it's only like 20 or 21 days because I feel like that's just too short. Like I understand that's kind of the format that they have to do it in for it to work, but
Right.
I'd love to see it go back to like I don't know, 2 months, month and a half.
Well,
at least.
I mean, like I said, a quick, easy fix would be, guys, leave a thumbs up on the video, or if you want maybe Mega Crab to be once every other month, and then have the warship seasons at 45 days long, then that could be an option. I mean, I love the Mega Crab, and I know all the Mega Crab fans out there are like, oh no, every month is cool.
Well,
Yeah,
every
it's
month
cool.
is cool, but they didn't scale it, right? Like it's still such a massive event, and just to do that,
Sure.
like it's such a grind. Like people don't grind it out as much anymore unless they're like super hardcore players. Like
Right.
having it quarterly in the size that it is, like it's basically infinite, right? The size that it is, like if it's going to be every month or every couple weeks or something like that, I think Crab would be really cool if it was like the old Dr. Terra was, like 20 stages, 25 stages, but it's like really, really hard, those last 5 stages. I think that would be a super interesting event. People would be like chiming in, talking to each other. It's like, oh, I'm stuck on 20, 25 versus like, I don't know, 100 people that are stuck on like stage, 130. It's just kind of
Yeah,
irrelevant
I don't know.
at that point.
I don't know, but just talking on the lines of extending the warship season because it's so short, right?
Yeah.
That would be a way to kind of fix it if Mega Crab was not every month, but once every other month. So
Right,
you'd have a
right,
month,
right.
then you wouldn't have it the next month, but then the next month, and then that time in that nice window, that 2-month window, could have a nice, beautifully comfortable 45-day season, which I think is just about right for a warship season.
Yeah, I agree 100%. OP, thank you for coming on. You can go back to bed now. And thank you for this image. This is so cool. Like I said, I'll link that somewhere for you guys to take a peek at. But yeah, guys, the warship countdown is on. We are about what are we, OP? A day and a half out now?
It's Monday morning when it comes, and it's Friday today. So we're about 2 days, I think. Well, what's it say? 2 days? 3 days?
Well, I'm gonna release this tomorrow morning, so we're about just under 2 days out. Just under 2 days out. So
Yeah, it's 2 days. So
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. Are you? You can be streaming, right? Chicken. The launch?
Oh yes, 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, guys. Yeah, I'm not looking forward. I'm not looking forward to streaming, but you guys should be because it's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, we'll be doing it too, man. So I'll be. Well, maybe we could collaborate or something.
Yeah, we should try to actually do that, like cross stream or whatever. Or I need a new computer for that, right?
And a faster internet connection. I'm just kidding. No,
No, the
you know-
internet's solid now. It's just the computer. Guys, this is a good time to announce the Chicken's computer fund. Okay, maybe that's going to be in a different video. But guys, as always, OP, thank you, man. And guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. That is going to wrap up the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. Use the code CHICKEN or the code OPDestroy or the code SHISK in the shop. And we will see you in the next one, guys. Chicken out. Back.
Bye.